Welcome, my conscious family. Today, I want to talk about something that I have been talking with my friends about for a couple of days, and it's actually stability and how we can stay stable and grounded in the midst of change. Because of the social media, we all feel like all these people have everything figured out, and it seems like everybody else is living, a better life. uh, and also and also it gives us this impression that somehow if you want to have your life together, there is this expression, having your life together. And the reason why I want to talk about it this as well is because I also thought that having your life together means having a stable job, having a stable relationship, stable friendships, a home. And I'm not saying that this is not stability, but the thing is that people who get too attached and don't have the groundedness and the faith and the tools and the knowledge within themselves. I mean, everybody has, but they're not aware of it. That's when we get attached to everything that is outside of us. We get super attached to our partners, we get super attached to our work, and then once corona hits or something happens in the world or we lose our jobs, we lose ourselves, we lose our identity. And this is really, really important to go back to what is the truth. I'm sorry that I'm in the swimsuit. I'm gonna go to the beach towards the sunset with my friend. It's really warm. I'm in Uluwatu in Bali, so it's super, super warm here. Anyways, guys, I really love being here. I love talking to you, and I want you to take the time to write down in the comments, what are you currently going through? Because me and my friends in the month of September was so crazy, so intense. There is so many changes happening. And I'm just curious to hear if you're going through something. Some of my friends, they lost their jobs. Some of my other friends, the relationship ended. And my sister also is going through some stuff. So it's very interesting period. I feel like the eclipse sort of put everything into perspective, everything that wasn't working out before. And that's why I'm filming this video, because I want you to know that you're not going crazy. And I want you to know that if you're losing the job, the relationship, friendships, that is happening so that it can create space for something that is truly for you. And these are the shifts and the transformation processes that we cannot avoid. When you're alive, you're constantly going to have ups and downs, and you're going to go through these shifts. No matter how much you try to hold on to the old, God will make a change. It's going to happen anyways. So that's why, after so many years that I was experiencing breakups and losses, and I did so many different kinds of jobs since the age of 17, I have so much experience, life experience. I'm gonna be 32 in December, but it really feels like I had like bazillion different lives and so many experiences, so many relationship ended. Like, I didn't have the life where someone has like one relationship, they finish it, like proper way of living, right? That is, set by society. But it's not for everybody, and not every soul chooses to have this kind of a path. I do believe that soul comes to this life and they choose a path before, but they did not choose the same path. So that's why every single one of us have a different story. And I recently also met a girl who was born in like super rich family. And I was talking to her and I was really curious, how is life for you? What are the obstacles that you are going through? How does it feel when she told me, I don't have to work a day in my life. Since the day I was born, I never needed to work. And I asked her, how does it feel? So instead of judging and coming to a place of jealousy, you can understand that every soul chooses the family before coming here. And we all have different paths, but we all can choose to awaken and remember the truth, and then take the power back, become the main characters, and take control of our lives. By the way, if you want to join the 7-week transformational journey, the main character course is down below. Um, the reason why I did this course is specifically this, because I know that people are still usually NPCs, which is the non-player characters. They are sleeping through life. They think that life is happening to them, not for them. The main character is someone who realizes this, that I said. Instead of judging, pointing fingers, being jealous, being angry at the world, the main character takes its power back and creates from within. So if you're interested in that, you can check all the links down below if you want to work with me one-on-one. Also, you can fill out the form, book a free consultation, and every other link you want to follow on Instagram, everything is down below. I do want to say, for everybody who is watching here every day, thank you so much for joining the family. I'm so happy to have you here. And it does help my channel to subscribe and like the video so I can continue making these free videos for you. So back to the topic, stability is something that is found within, because everything is coming from within. That means that also stability is not coming from your physical house or the relationship or the work, but it's coming actually from the sense of stability first, and then the reality follows. But sometimes, even if you do everything right, the reality will shift because you need to grow and evolve. And then you will maybe lose, you will go through this heartbreak, or something bad will happen. And what is important is to install a really positive belief system in your mind, in your subconscious mind, so that whatever happens in your life, you become the most powerful and the happiest person you know. This is literally my mission here on earth, and I have been practicing this for years. Yes, change happens instantaneously, but in order for me to change so many beliefs and so many false programming and really become, this person that I am today, it took me time. I'm not gonna lie, it took me time. And what is most important is that time doesn't exist in the way that we have conceptualized it. So it means that the time doesn't actually, is not, everything is happening in the now. So that's why the change is happening in the now. But why we say that you will heal over time, it's not the time that is actually healing you, but it's what you are doing in the time that is healing you. And that's why some people never heal, because they stay stuck in the past after a decade, constantly thinking about the breakup they had 10 years ago. So the time doesn't heal. What heals is what you do with the time. What you do, how you behave, how you change your mindset. And for me, the biggest shift was that's when I realized that I no longer wanted to suffer because of the external things that were out of my control. And that's when I started shifting and installing this positive mindset, in a way that when I had my scooter accident with my arm, everything was against me, right? But I was able to immediately, I specifically remember this huge moment when I had a crash and my arm was like, for those of you who don't know, I have two metals inside. I broke my arm riding a scooter here in Bali. And when it happens, my arm really looked like distorted. And even in that moment, I specifically remember I said, God, I don't know how, I don't know why. And I was in excruciating pain. But I said, this exact incident is going to be the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And it turns out, of course, that it was. My arm is healing very good. Everything is amazing. And I was able to actually tap more into my feminine energy, to open up to receive more, everything, more love, more money, more abundance in every way possible, more connection, deep intimacy that I wasn't before, because I was too much in my masculine energy, worrying, rushing, controlling. So the incident itself was like a slap on my face. And because I needed to recover, and because I needed to ask for help, I needed to slow down. That's when I was able to actually awaken, this energy inside of me, and really connect with my feminine. So the way that something will unfold, whatever you're going through, a breakup, a loss of some way, I don't want you to think that you are unstable and this is unstable. I want you to have this mindset where you will understand that it's just an experience. Everything is just an experience. Every single experience we have in life is not just bad or just good. It depends on your perspective. If you choose to say the same mantra that I said, and you can set an intention now and write down in the comments, I don't know how, I don't know when, but God, I am 100% sure that this is happening for my highest good. This exact experience will be the best thing that ever happened to me. And I am sure that there are multiple realities in which so many things went wrong after my surgery. But because I was able to tap into this positive mindset, this growth mindset that I installed in myself a few years ago, I was able to manifest then this beautiful reality in which this situation truly was the best thing that ever happened to me. Okay, I wouldn't say the best thing, but you know what I mean. It became like something really good. And so every experience is just an experience. You giving it perspective is what you will then manifest, what you will then experience after this first experience. And stability should always come from within. What makes someone stable is not the money they make, the relationships they have. Yes, of course, have deep friendships and have money. But I want you to go even a layer deeper. Your connection to yourself, your connection to God, your intuition, your mindset, your ability to change, to adopt fast, to stand on your feet after a crash, after something happens, to have the tools to regulate your nervous system, to come back to yourself, the peace of the mind. These are the things that are actually making someone stable. And they are a true stability that no one can ever take away from you. And that's why the rich people, when they lose the money and they gamble or they do something, the smartest rich people, they understand, okay, I had the money, I know how to make the money. The knowledge, the wisdom, the skills, everything is already inside of me. It's going to take me maybe 6 months, 1 year. I'm going to get back there. But this was my lesson for something. So it's actually in you. No one can take that away from you. And this will give you so much confidence. And this will help you to set boundaries in relationships, because you know that even if the relationship ends, you know that it's going to be for your highest good, because you just have that mindset and you know how the reality works. So you're going to be clearer on your vision. You're going to be able to set boundaries. You're going to feel so much more confident. You're going to take so much more chances in life. You're going to start taking life less seriously, have more fun, and just be more present in the moment. So again, this is a short video. I try to pack everything that I think is important to give you some guidance for this time of the change. And thank you so much for being here. I tend to become now more active. My sister was here for 2 weeks in Bali. She came from Serbia. She's going back to Miami. She lives in Miami. So I was so sad yesterday watching her go. And it's topic for another video. But in any ways, she was here and I was really busy with her. We traveled to Ubud, Canggu. I was showing her places. She was meeting my friends. So I wasn't really that, able to be active here. But I want to. I miss it. I love it. And I want to be here with you guys. So any questions, anything, write down in the comments. I personally read every single one of them. So yeah, and connect on Instagram if you want. I would love to connect there, as I share stories every single day. Anyways, I'm gonna go now to watch the sunset before it's too late. And yeah, if this resonated, like the video and support. Stay conscious and remember to have fun.